Hello and welcome to this video. My name's Kris, I'm an Australian GP, and continuing in the theme of finding conditions for the alphabet, being in the Fs, today I'm going to talk to you about a very common thing I see in GP land, folliculitis. Before we get into that though, please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. It really helps me out and knows that I'm not doing this for nothing. And if I was, I'd still be doing it anyway because it's fun. If you have any requests for videos, please let me know. But without further ado, let's jump in to the land of folliculitis, a very common skin condition that is only going to become more common over the holidays as we tend to sweat more. Because here in Australia, the holidays, as in Christmas, it's summertime. It's bloody hot. So folliculitis, as the name suggests, itis meaning inflammation of, follicular or follicle meaning hair follicles. So literally, folliculitis is the inflammation of hair follicles. This is commonly, and well, most commonly, due to a bacterial infection, but it can also be due to chemicals, due to irritation of the skin, and it can also be due to yeasts. Also, sometimes it's just blockages of the hair follicles. Some of us are just really unlucky that way. The result often looks a bit like a pimple. So when a hair follicle is irritated or blocked, sometimes it'll mound and be quite erythematous or red, and sometimes the very top of it can look very pustular or white, like a pimple or a boil, like you want to pop it, but don't, please, because you're just going to introduce more bacteria and make it worse. Folliculitis can affect anywhere that has hair, and guess what? We've got hair everywhere. Obviously, some of us have more coarser hairs than others in certain areas, including the face, the beard, the chest and the arms and legs and groin, but it can also occur on the legs, on the back, on the stomach, you name it, we've got hair everywhere. As I mentioned, the most common cause of folliculitis is a bacterial infection, and the most common bacteria is Staphylococcus aureus, which is also one of the main causes of boils and impetigo or skull sores. Staph, it's everywhere. It's really annoying. There is a type of folliculitis known as hot tub folliculitis, which you can only guess where that comes from, and that is most commonly caused by Pseudomonas aeruginosa. The most common cause of yeast-related folliculitis, and I'm going to have to read this one because I can't remember it off the top of my head, is Pityrosporum ovale or Malassezia. Sometimes the cause is irritation, like I said. This can be after plucking, waxing, shaving, or epilating or lasering off hair as the new hair follicle grows in. Sometimes it's not bacteria at all. We blame them for a lot of things, but it's not always them. Folliculitis can also occur due to occlusion, like I said, blockages, and that can be because of ointments, bandages or plasters you put on your skin, casts. Acne itself is also a form of folliculitis, so there's a lot out there. As I said, usually there's a red bump with a white head, but more commonly than not, folliculitis occurs in a bit of a cluster. So it's not just one, it's usually a few. These bumps tend to be really irritating, itching, burning even, sometimes painful. Now, folliculitis is usually something that's made on a clinical basis, that is, we see it and we go, that's folliculitis, especially because it's so common and we see it a lot. It's one of those spot diagnoses. That being said, if we are not sure, it looks a little bit atypical, it's in a spot that's a bit atypical, we can sometimes swab the area to confirm what was causing that inflammation. Treatment really varies depending on the cause. Obviously, if it's an irritation one, stop irritating the area. Anti-inflammatories can help in that instance. If it's due to a blockage, removing the blockage and stopping the cause can be helpful. If it's bacteria, sometimes antibiotic creams in particular can be helpful, but if the folliculitis itself is quite widespread or is not managed well with topicals, then you can use oral antibiotics or systemic antibiotics. With yeasts, there are anti-yeasts. Really, it depends on what it is, where it is, how you got it, as to how we treat it. Long story short though, it's easily treatable. There you go guys, a really simple video about a very common and relatively simple presentation in general practice. I hope you liked this video, and until next time, do stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll see you in the next video very soon. Bye.